Today we're looking at who is Uncle Sam. Hello, welcome to the Daily Bellringer. Please don't forget to subscribe and take a look at the questions down in the description. Also, don't forget to check out dailybellringer.com where you'll find more resources that go with many of the Bellringer videos. One of the most well-known and iconic images of the United States of America is the character Uncle Sam. With his white beard, starred top hat, and red, white, and blue clothing, he is arguably one of the most recognized symbols of America alongside the bald eagle. But where did this emblem of American patriotism and pride come from, and how did the character evolve into the image we are all familiar with today? You may be surprised to learn that Uncle Sam was actually not the first character to symbolize America. Prior to Uncle Sam during the 1700s, Columbia, a woman dressed in patriotic clothing, was seen as an icon of the nation even prior to becoming a nation. Columbia would also be known as Lady Liberty, based on the Roman goddess Libertas, who was the goddess of liberty. During the American Revolution, other characters began to become prominent. Yankee Doodle was a character or term used extensively by the British to describe Americans. It was based on the song Yankee Doodle, which was basically intended to insult colonial Americans, but nonetheless, the idea of Yankee Doodle became iconic to Americans. Additionally, Brother Jonathan, who was a personification of New Englanders, became a popular symbol of the new nation and would continue to be through the 1800s. But as far as the origin of Uncle Sam, we have to look to the early 1800s in America. The abbreviation for the United States, US, had become popular and many began to say that the US stood for Uncle Sam. But where the name really began to gain traction was during the War of 1812. Soldiers fighting in the war were given rations of meat that were delivered in wood barrels. One supplier of the meat was a man named Samuel Wilson from Troy, New York. On the barrels containing the meat were stamps that said U.S., so many soldiers began to jokingly say the meat had come from Uncle Sam. Throughout the first half of the 1800s, the term Uncle Sam along with Brother Jonathan continued to be used as monikers for the U.S. government or the nation itself. But where Uncle Sam began to set himself apart from other symbols was during and after the American Civil War. Famed political cartoonist Thomas Nast began to use Uncle Sam extensively in his cartoons to depict the United States. It could be argued that Nast truly gave Americans our modern image of the character. Nast took many elements of Brother Jonathan and weaved them into the iconic picture we all know today of Uncle Sam with his tall top hat and pointy beard. Fellow political cartoonist Joseph Kepler also used Uncle Sam in many of his cartoons, and by the turn of the century, Uncle Sam had become the primary character that symbolized the nation. In the early years of the 1900s, Uncle Sam continued to grow in popularity, but it was not until the outbreak of World War I that the character would be featured in his most iconic image. At the onset of World War I, the United States remained neutral as European nations fought with one another. Nations of the Allied powers faced off against nations of the Axis powers in an epic struggle for control of Europe. Countries such as Britain and France suffered enormous losses and desperately campaigned to recruit more troops to fight in the war. In one famous recruitment poster, British military hero and commander Lord Herbert Kitchener was featured pointing at the citizens of Britain and asking them to join the fight. Inspired by this image, in 1916, artist James Montgomery Flagg illustrated the now famous I Want You recruitment poster featuring Uncle Sam pointing at Americans, urging them to volunteer for the military. The U.S. would officially join the fight during World War I in 1917, and it is estimated that nearly 4.7 million Americans served during the war, helping the Allied powers to defeat the Axis powers. Flagg's image of Uncle Sam continued to be used in recruiting campaigns during World War II in the 1940s and then in later conflicts during the 1900s. Political cartoonists, historians, and commentators continue to use Uncle Sam's image as a simple way to personify the nation. And it's likely Uncle Sam is not going anywhere, as he will continue to be an easily recognized symbol of America. So with that, hopefully you learned something, and thanks for watching.